Hello, everyone, and welcome to my video on positive behavior reinforcement strategies for pre-service teachers. I'm Jacob Lee, and I'll be facilitating this video. Thank you all for joining, and I'm really excited to learn your feedback and help make us all better teachers. Before we dive in, I want to start with a quick mindset check. So much, so much of what makes a great teacher isn't just what we teach, it's how we respond to behavior and build classroom environments where students feel valued, supported, and motivated to succeed. To get us started, please take time to complete the following Google form as an entrance ticket. So if you have your phone on you, please scan this code on the video and you can fill out the entrance form. And this will help guide us for our discussion today. Now we're going to jump into a brief introduction. So we're going to go around and we're going to say what our teaching focus is and one positive behavior strategy you have tried or seen before that has worked in the classroom. If you're watching it from home, just think of one positive behavior strategy you have tried or seen before that you have seen has worked effectively in the classroom. Okay, so this is our video schedule. Today's session is grounded in both behavioral psychology and educational research, but we'll also make it very practical. Here's what we'll cover: the theoretical foundations of positive reinforcement, culturally responsive reinforcement systems, sustainable implementation, and finally, an action planning session so you can apply what you learn immediately. Throughout our time, we'll use videos, Google Forms, and case studies. Our learning objectives today: by the end of this video, you will be able to analyze the theoretical foundations of positive reinforcement, design culturally responsive systems for diverse learners, implement simple data collection strategies to monitor behavior, evaluate reinforcement schedules for classroom use, and create preventive management plans with tiered interventions. Everything we discuss today connects directly to those goals and to your upcoming practicum experiences. So let's start where it all begins: the science of behavior. Positive reinforcement comes from B.F. Skinner's operant conditioning theory, which tells us that behavior can be shaped by what follows it, not just what precedes it. When we add a positive consequence after a behavior, that behavior is more likely to occur again. So we got to focus on positive reinforcement means adding something pleasant to increase a behavior. Negative reinforcement means removing something unpleasant to increase a behavior. And extinction is when we stop reinforcing a behavior and it decreases. Reinforcement also happens on schedules: fixed or variable, ratio or interval, and understanding those patterns help us sustain student motivation. In education, these principles show up in frameworks like applied behavior analysis, ABA, and self-determination theory, which emphasizes autonomy, competence, and relatedness. When students feel capable and connected, reinforcement becomes more meaningful. Now let's make this concrete. We're going to do an interactive activity to identify reinforcement in action. So now we're going to watch a short classroom clip. As you watch this clip, think about these three questions that I'm asking. What type of reinforcement is being used? Is it appropriate for the student's developmental level? And what cultural factors might influence how the reinforcement is received?
Field Tech. Hello, didn't see you there. In our first video, we will be demonstrating how to help students overcome negative behaviors using positive reinforcement.
Good morning! Who's ready for Miss Brianna's classroom? Hi, Craig. Good to see you.
Hi.
All right. How about everybody come and sit down so we can get ready to learn? Thanks for sitting down, Craig. That's awesome. I think someone's motivated. Wow, Alexa. Thanks for sitting down so quietly. This is awesome. Who's ready to learn now? Yes, guys? Craig?
Yay, we're ready to learn.
In this next clip, we will be demonstrating planned ignoring, followed by positive reinforcement, once the child shows the positive behavior.
Today we'll be working on our multiplication skills. We'll start with 828 multiplied by 2. Does anyone know what 8 times 2 is?
16.
16, wonderful. 2 times 2? 4. 4 plus 1? 5. That's great. And what about 8 times 2 again?
16.
Awesome.
What are you doing?
Thanks for trying, Craig. Shows a lot of initiative.
Thanks.
Welcome. In this next clip, we will showcase another example of planned ignoring in conjunction with positive reinforcement. 2, 1.
All right, we'll start our activity as soon as everyone's sitting up. Crisscross applesauce, nice and silent. Brianna, that's looking great. Thanks for sitting quietly. Thank you, Jenna. We'll get started now. So we have a bunch of fruit and vegetables here, different colors. What I'm going to do is throw them all out, and I want to see how fast you can collect them all and put them back in the right label, okay? When I say go. And go. Good job, Brianna. Good effort. Yeah, that's orange. Good job. Excellent. Oh, Jenna, nice. Green and green. Good job.
Go.
Hello. In our last clip, you're going to see an example of positive reinforcement used as a daily routine in your classroom.
All right, everyone. It is nearing the end of the school day, so I would like you to please clean up quietly and effectively. You can go ahead. Excellent effort, Brianna and Alexa. Excellent work, you guys. Perfect. Because you guys did such an amazing job today, you get one more star. That makes 10. And you know what that means? Gummies! Yay!
Okay, let's go back to the questions and answer them together based on the video we just watched.
Field Tech. Hello, didn't see you there.
What type of reinforcement is being used? Is it appropriate for the student's developmental level? And what cultural factors might influence how that reinforcement is received? So you can talk to somebody next to you or just think about it in your head. Now that we understand the why, let's talk about the how. Designing a reinforcement system means thinking about what motivates students and how to deliver that reinforcement consistently and equitably. We'll look at 3 main categories of strategies. Social reinforcement, simple but powerful. Things like behavior-specific praise. Instead of good job, we say, Maria, your detailed explanation helped your group understand the concept. Praise should always be immediate, specific, and genuine. We can also use peer reinforcement, collaborative group goals, or public recognition like Student of the Week. Token economy systems. These include point systems, class-wide rewards, or individual behavior contracts. Research by Kasdan in 2013 shows these systems build self-regulation and consistency when used thoughtfully. The third one is activity-based reinforcement. Giving students choice and leadership opportunities, like leading a discussion or selecting a preferred task, builds intrinsic motivation and ownership. Now let's think about cultural responsiveness. What might be meaningful reinforcers for students from different cultural backgrounds in your classroom? So you can talk to a partner or think about it on your own. From verbal affirmations to community recognition, you're already showing how culturally relevant reinforcement connects to belonging. So now we're going to work on a case study. So if you have your phone on you, please scan the QR code, and you're working with Miss Garcia's class, third grade class. There are 22 students, 8 English language learners speaking Spanish, Arabic, and Mandarin, 3 students with autism, and 2 students experiencing homelessness. Your goal is to design an inclusive reinforcement system that works for everyone. And you can complete that on the Google form. If you need to pause the video to work on it, you may do so. Incorporating multiple reinforcement types, that blend of structure and flexibility, is exactly what makes reinforcement sustainable for Miss Garcia's class or any diverse classroom. Even the best designed systems face challenges. When it's time to implement them, let's look at some common barriers you might experience. Time constraints and competing priorities. It's tough to balance behavior support with academic goals. Staff buy-in. Not everyone embraces reinforcement-based models right away. Limited resources or funding. Rewards don't have to be expensive, but consistency matters. Family engagement challenges. Collaboration with families ensure reinforcement continues beyond the classroom. When you encounter these barriers, remember, small, consistent efforts matter more than big, occasional rewards. Celebrate progress, not perfection. So now we're going to work on another action plan. And this one, we're going to bring it all together in this action plan. You'll open the following Google form to outline your own next steps, to take a few minutes to reflect and complete the 4 parts. 1, immediate implementation goal. 1 reinforcement strategy you'll implement during your next practicum or student teaching placement. 2, data collection plan. How will you know if it's working? 3, support system. Who can provide feedback? A mentor, cooperating teacher, or peer. 4, anticipated barriers and solutions. What challenges do you expect and how do you plan to work for them? So take time. You can pause the video to work on it and complete the form. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect. In 1 word, describe your biggest takeaway from today's workshop. Finally, I ask that you complete the last Google form. This form is identical to the entrance ticket and will show how ready you are to do amazing work. Thank you all so much for your time, ideas, and participation today. You've done the most important thing a future teacher can do. Learn to notice and celebrate the good in your students. Positive reinforcement isn't just a strategy, it's a mindset that shapes your classroom culture. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I look forward to hearing your strategies going in the field.